Hey guys, okay, so this is what we're gonna do whenever you first come into the art room. All right, we're gonna follow this blue line, and we're all gonna just sit on these blue lines that are on the floor so that we can look at the smart board. So up here is gonna be exactly what we're gonna be doing, and I'll be sitting right there, telling you all the fun stuff that we're gonna do. Some new things this year. So this table right here directly in front of me, that is the turn-in table. That is where you put all of your artwork whenever you're done. Here is your artwork checklist. So you're gonna go through, name, code on the back, no blank areas, your best work, and if it's dry, you're gonna put it in this bin, just like that green canvas right there. Who can tell everybody, if it's wet, where should we put it? Who can tell me? Right, it's gonna go back here on that drying rack. I have two of them. I have a white one and I have a black one. It has that red sign right there. It says that's where the wet artworks go. Okay, so I'm right here and I'm sitting, and now Miss Swengros says I can go to my table. We'll use the purple table as an example. So we're gonna go to the purple table. Purple table is labeled honesty. We have our table bin. We even have a square so that I know exactly where my table bin goes. Also new this year, we have messy mats. So your messy mats will tell you that you're sitting at the purple table, it's the honesty table, and it's table number 3. This also has your job up here. So this says letter A, and this says the go-getter. Who can tell anybody what that means, a go-getter? What's the go-getter? Right, okay, the go-getter goes and gets all of the supplies. So most of our supplies that you will need in here are located right back here in the purple/green section. So there's crayons, and I know that because it says crayons. There's color pencils, there's twistables, there's markers, there's oil pastels. You all have pencils on your table. But if you need paper, the paper is now located all right here. There's all different types of paper. This right here is called our pen bin. So if you need any kind of special pen or Sharpie marker, if you have permission, those go right there. If you need to sharpen one of those pencils, there's a pencil sharpener. Let's think. Let's look with our eyes. Oh, there's one. There's also some, who else knows? Oh, near the window sills, that's right. There's one right there. And there's one right there. There's also some Kleenex right there. There'll also be Kleenex and hand sanitizer beside of those spots. Okay, so let's talk about these art jobs, because I see all these letters up here. If you forget, right up here. So these are our art jobs. We have letter A is the go-getter. They go get the materials. Letter B is the put it back. What does that mean, put it back? Right, you go put the materials back. Letter C is the listener. That means this person's job is to listen super, super, super close, because if anybody at their table has a question, my listener is going to be listening and they're going to answer that question. Letter D is the cleaner. That means that they're just going to make sure at the end of class their table's nice and neat and there's no paper on the bottom of the floor. If you are sitting at a letter E, that's a surprise. That means each day it might be something, or each week might be something new that you get to do. It's just a surprise. Over here on the board, so our projects are divided up into 3 things. So we have the surface, whoop, that's what you're gonna make your artwork on. We have subject matter. That's what your artwork is all about. Maybe you're doing a landscape. Maybe you're doing a dragon. Maybe you're doing an emotion. It's all going to be listed right there. And then your medium. Your medium is what you use to create your art. Are you going to use crayon? Are you going to use watercolor? Are you going to be using collage? Are you going to be using color pencil? Anything, we'll write that up there so that you can always look right beside the board and say, oh, that's the project that we're going to be doing. Also new this year, we have a little reading area. I've got 2 chairs. You can sit right here on the carpet and read and look through some books. My cabinets are all labeled, and we'll get to those more sometime soon. So this is pencils, newspaper, tissue paper, stencils. That's also the cleanup cabinet right there. Construction paper is in there. Crayon buckets are in there. Each table gets how many buckets? 1. That's right. There's our color pencils, twistables, markers, oil pastels. If you forget, just look for the rainbow. Right there. We've got acrylic paint. I'll do another video about that. Paint containers. So I see a trend here. It looks like in this red section, it's all about what? Paint. That's right. So I've got paint containers, paint tools, watercolors, paint cups, sponges. Also new this year, these are going to be your watercolor bins. More about that later. Here's our yellow section. Yellow section is going to be more for sculpture. So I've got random objects. I've got cardboard up there in those top cabinets. I've got some yarn. I've got canvases. I've got all kinds of fun stuff. And then in my orange section, it's more of like my collage section. So in that cabinet, we have clay. And then we have some glue. We have stickers, pipe cleaners, peel and stick. This is that fun cabinet that's got all kinds of fun stuff in there. And then our magazines this year, I'm doing crates. So that way, if your table needs magazines, you can just pick up a crate and take them to your table, and none of us are having to dig in that cabinet right there and make a big, huge mess. So this is kind of your grand tour of the art room. Everything is labeled by color. This is going to be your color table. That's where you'll get all your materials. Also new this year, I want to show you guys really quickly back here on my shelves. So for example, let's use 5th grade. Hey 5th grade. So this is the 5th grade shelf. And I see an orange dot and I see 5th grade. So those match. This bin right here, it won't have these pieces in here. This will be for all no name artwork just for 5th grade. So that I don't end up with a pile like this. Okay? Now, on the side here, this is Miss Lineberger's class. Inside Miss Lineberger's bin, or binder clip rather, there is one portfolio for each table. So at the beginning of class, one person, probably that's right, go-getter, is going to come get your folder for your table. Just your table and just from your class. Then you take it there. Because all of your table's artwork is going to be neatly inside of this folder. Okay, it's like that for 4th grade, kindergarten, 1st grade, all the grades. Now, Miss Swengros, what are these bins? Okay, this is for clay and for any type of 3D sculpture work that we might be doing. This is my area. Everybody see my camera there? I am doing yearbook again this year, so I hope everybody buys a yearbook. And last but not least, some of you all know them, but this is a picture of my family. So there's Aspen right there in the pink, me, my son Atlas, that's my husband Brendan, and that's Atlee. Love y'all.